Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the public video forecast discussion for Friday, December 8th, 2017. It's almost 5:30 in the evening, and we have a winter storm to get ready for. And thankfully, my cold has cleared just in time to do this video. So just so some of you guys who are following, we will have a premium video discussion that's going to be a little bit more in-depth and more technical, I guess you could say. And also we will be having premium live coverage later this evening as we set up for this storm. I'll be answering questions for premium members. So definitely you want to check that out. That will be fun, and you can subscribe very easily. It's only $11 a month, and you can get ahead of this storm. Now let's take a look at this storm. So I zoomed out first on the national radar here, just to kind of give you an idea of the size of this storm. Now this is textbook La Nina-like storm, where you have your warm air pushed up against the southeast coast, your cold air is trying to press south, and then you have an Arctic shortwave that is going to be leading to some mischief for tomorrow morning on through the afternoon and evening hours. So we have this string of precipitation, and we're seeing snow developing in Virginia, North Carolina, all the way down through Atlanta, Georgia, and all the way down into the Gulf Coast, right around Louisiana. That is right. Louisiana is seeing snow before New Jersey. But don't be afraid, because snow is on the way for the northern mid-Atlantic. And for some people, quite a bit of snow. We're talking about anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. Some locations could even push up to 8 inches. Now, a lot of this is what we call Virgo. Let's take a look at the observations here. You see how dry the atmosphere is? We're in the mid-30s, but our dew points are in the mid-20s, even a few mid-teens here over eastern Pennsylvania. So what we have is a dry, marginally cold polar air mass in place. This is no Arctic air mass. But the fact that the air mass is dry is very important, because as this precipitation that we're seeing on the radar here, let's zoom in here, and you can see it. And actually, we'll just click right in here and zoom in. You can see the precipitation forming, right? But this isn't reaching the ground. And the reason why it's not reaching the ground is that the atmosphere is so dry that it is evaporating before reaching the ground. So it's probably starting to feel, actually I know it is, I just went out there, it's starting to get a bit chilly. Like it's almost like as if you just walked out of a shower and you get that chill right afterwards. Well, that's basically what you're having here, is what we call evaporational cooling. And that evaporational cooling is going to allow temperatures to fall quite a bit. How much? Well, when we take a look at the wet bulb temperatures, basically below freezing. So right along the coast, looks like right now about 33 degrees, say around Cape May and so. And then as you head towards central New Jersey on north and west, should I say, you see temperatures basically supporting in the mid to upper 20s, even around 30 degrees. So right around central New Jersey, I'm highlighting this for a reason. You have temperatures basically expected to fall right around freezing. So let's take a look at the infrared satellite picture. Okay, so you have your boundary here. You have a short wave right here that is diving towards all of this moisture transport. And a wave of low pressure will develop as a result of that. That low pressure system will track up the coast. Now, this isn't an intense low pressure system. It's not a major nor'easter. But the low pressure system will track just close enough to lead to moderate precipitation in the form of snow developing over the northern mid-Atlantic. Now, because the temperatures are basically marginal at the surface, but at the mid-levels are cold, that leads to what we call convective precipitation, or in some cases, maybe even a little bit of thunder snow. So when we take a look at the model guidance here, and this is the latest NAM model guidance, which at this point, all the models are pretty much in agreement on what's going to be happening here. It's just a matter of understanding how this is all going to evolve. So overnight tonight, you're going to see the snowfall start to get itself organized. And as you head towards tomorrow morning, it starts to expand. But notice, in the afternoon hours, you see this darker area right here? Look how this expands and intensifies, okay? You see that dark blue that pops up? Okay, what that is the model trying to handle convective banding. And so as a result, you have some rising air, sinking air, And what happens here is that you get these bands of intense snowfall that can produce a half an inch to an inch per hour. On the flip side of that, you also have sinking air. So that sinking air warms. So outside these bands, you'll have snow that will at times mix with rain and hold the snowfall potential down. In other areas, they'll enhance it. Thus, the range of 4 to 6 inches of snow. Now, that type of mesoscale banding, it's basically going to be focused over basically the coastal plain, New Jersey, New York City Metro, Long Island, much of Connecticut, and then that will expand into portions of southeastern New England, based around Massachusetts, Boston, Rhode Island, the Cape. So in those areas, that's where you're going to see your heaviest snowfall. As you head further into the interior, that snowfall is going to rapidly fall off because the lifting isn't there. And so as a result, this is the forecast I'm expecting for the Philadelphia and New York City Metro. We're looking at anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow in this area here. Basically much of coastal New Jersey, southern and central New Jersey, New York City Metro, Long Island, and much of central and southern Connecticut. In those areas, I have isolated higher amounts. I'm topping off at 8 inches, but when it comes to convective snowfall, you can always expect some surprises. So definitely be prepared for that. As you move a little bit further to the west, basically looking at 2 to 4 inches of snow, and then further west, 1 to 2, and a trace. So as you head up back towards, let's say, Scranton or Lancaster, really not going to see all that much. A few scattered snow showers, snowfall up to an inch. As you head towards the coast, that's where you're going to see the majority of your snow. This snow will pick up in intensity from 10 a.m. tomorrow through 3 a.m. Sunday, and then start to exit out with just a few lingering snow showers by daybreak on Sunday. So most of this is going to be on tomorrow, Saturday. This snowfall will be a heavy, wet snowfall as well, so definitely be prepared for that in terms of shoveling. It's going to be weighing a little bit more than you think. And also, with it being a heavy, wet snowfall, watch out for Sunday morning for the potential for black ice, as this snow will be water loaded, and that leads to some icy conditions. So that's certainly going to be an issue. Also, finally, with it being a heavy wet snowfall, look for large snowflakes, and that's going to reduce your visibility quite a bit, and sometimes during the late afternoon and evening hours. So certainly a very interesting storm, to say the least. You can trust on NYNJPA weather and your meteorologist, that would be me, Stephen DiMartino, keeping you ahead of this storm. As always, stay safe out there.